Asia is bigger than one sound, but the world keeps pressing repeat. When people say Asian music, they don't mean Asia. They mean one country, one system, one spotlight. Award shows sell out, streams explode, charts go global. Yet outside Korea, the noise suddenly drops to silence. Not because the talent isn't there, but because the door hasn't been opened. So here's the uncomfortable question. What happens when Asia's biggest music awards recognize only a fraction of Asia? P-pop isn't knocking anymore. It's standing ready, while institutions hesitate. This moment matters. Right now. Like, share, and subscribe for deeper, fearless Asia pop stories. Asia's pop culture landscape has been dominated by a phenomenon so precise, so meticulously engineered, it set the standard for what global audiences expect from an Asian act. K-pop's dominance didn't happen by accident. Trainees endure years of grueling schedules, honing vocals, choreography, media skills, and even foreign languages. Agencies craft idols not just as performers, but as brand ecosystems. Fan engagement, social media narratives, merchandise, and cross-border tours. The result? A fandom machine that turns every comeback into a global event. Awards shows, streaming platforms, and international charts gravitated toward this polished system. The unintended consequence: K-pop became the shorthand for all of Asian pop. The Asian Artist Awards, AAA, like many institutions, followed the attention rather than shaping it, favoring acts that already fit global expectations. This isn't critique, it's context. K-pop deserves its success. But when one system defines the continent, emerging markets are overlooked, audiences are limited, and entire genres remain invisible. Understanding this shadow is essential before asking why P-pop, despite rising streams, sold-out shows, and viral hits, still struggles to claim the stage it's earned. The Asian Artist Awards brand itself as a celebration of Pan-Asian excellence. Its promise is inclusivity, to highlight talent across borders, languages, and genres. But a closer look reveals a disconnect between mission and reality. Nominee lists heavily favor Korean acts. Performance slots are dominated by the same familiar faces. Media coverage amplifies a narrow set of stars while sidelining artists from Southeast Asia, South Asia, and beyond. If an award calls itself Asian, but consistently highlights only a fraction of Asia, the message to emerging markets is stark. Your stories, sounds, and audiences don't matter on the biggest stages. This isn't about fandom grievances, it's about institutional influence. Awards don't just honor talent, they validate markets, open doors for tours, and attract international investment. By leaning heavily on one region, AAA inadvertently signals that other vibrant, growing music industries are secondary. The contradiction is clear, branded as inclusive, but operationally narrow. For P-pop and other rising movements, recognition isn't just symbolic. It's a vital step toward shaping global perceptions of Asian music. P-pop is often dismissed as a fleeting trend or a derivative of K-pop. But the reality is far more complex and far more strategic. Filipino artists are building a system, not just singles. Training is localized yet rigorous, blending vocal coaching, choreography, and media preparedness. Songwriting spans languages and cultures, with tracks often incorporating Filipino, English, and other Asian influences to maximize accessibility. Live performance culture is central. Unlike viral-only acts, P-pop emphasizes stagecraft, audience interaction, and full-length concerts that rival global acts. Digital-first fandoms amplify reach, creating active communities across TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. These audiences aren't passive. They drive streaming numbers, international recognition, and social proof. P-pop also reaches diasporic communities, connecting the Filipino identity to global audiences hungry for representation. Stylistically, artists blend Western pop fluency with Asian storytelling, creating music that feels both familiar and distinct. This isn't imitation, it's parallel evolution. Where K-pop set a global template, P-pop is proving that another model, rooted in local culture, global ambition, and fan-driven momentum, can thrive. Structurally, it's ready for stages like AA, making its presence inevitable. This is where the narrative shifts. P-pop is no longer aspiring. It's prepared, professional, and poised to redefine Asia's musical map. P-pop's rise isn't confined to the Philippines. It's resonating globally. Overseas tours sell out within hours. Viral performance clips rack up millions of views. Reaction videos across YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok show audiences from Japan, the US, and Europe discovering and celebrating Filipino talent. Streaming numbers reinforce this momentum. Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube metrics consistently show P-pop tracks trending internationally. Yet, institutional recognition lags. The Asian Artist Awards remain slow to respond, missing a crucial validation moment. Awards aren't just symbolic. They cement careers, unlock collaborations, attract sponsorships, and open doors to festival circuits. Ignoring P-pop doesn't just sideline artists. It risks making ALAA appear out of touch with the evolving music ecosystem. Fans, media, and industry insiders notice. Every viral hit, every sold-out tour, and every global mention signals that Asia's music map is shifting. AAA's hesitation isn't neutral. It conveys that only certain sounds define Asian pop. Meanwhile, P-pop continues building influence on multiple continents, proving that institutional acknowledgement is overdue. For emerging acts and loyal fans, this isn't a minor oversight. It's a defining moment in who gets to shape the narrative of Asian pop culture. Winning an award isn't just about the plaque, it's about access, validation, and influence. A performance slot on the Asian Artist Awards stage signals to investors, brands, and collaborators that an act is bankable and globally relevant. Media narratives follow. Coverage amplifies streams, charts, and social engagement, turning local heroes into international figures. The ripple effect extends to industry pipelines, attracting sponsorships, festival invitations, and even cross-border collaborations that would otherwise remain out of reach. Exclusion isn't just a slight to fans, it's a lost economic and cultural opportunity. P-pop, despite sold-out shows, viral performances, and a rapidly expanding international fan base, faces barriers not of talent, but of visibility. Ignoring these emerging artists doesn't protect prestige, it risks the opposite. It signals to the world that AAA may be lagging behind Asia's evolving music ecosystem. This isn't emotional commentary, it's strategic observation. Representation shapes markets. One overlooked stage can determine which artists break globally and which remain regional curiosities. For P-pop, recognition at AAA isn't symbolic. It's transformative, a gateway that validates not just the music, but an entire cultural movement poised for global influence. Asia is no longer a single market story. Southeast Asia, South Asia, and the global diaspora are cultural power centers in their own right, each producing music, viral content, and fandom movements that transcend borders. Yet, the continent's biggest awards often cling to a narrow definition, failing to reflect this diversity. Consider tech and cinema, industries that embraced multipolar growth early. Bollywood films, Southeast Asian startups, K-dramas now dominate global conversations. Music must evolve the same way. P-pop exemplifies this shift. Filipino acts combine local roots with global strategies, reaching fans from Tokyo to Los Angeles, proving Asia's creative future is decentralized. Monoculture is outdated. AAA and similar platforms risk framing Asia as one-dimensional when, in reality, the continent is a mosaic of styles, languages, and markets. Ignoring this evolution isn't just unfair, it's strategic miscalculation. P-pop isn't a side note, it's the next wave of Asian music. By recognizing it, awards can position themselves as forward-thinking arbiters of culture. By hesitating, they risk ceding relevance to audiences who already know Asia's story is multipolar, and the next chapter is being written now. Inclusion isn't about checking boxes or creating a token stage. It's about structural, high-quality integration. For AAA, this means allocating performance slots strategically across regions, ensuring that acts from Southeast Asia, South Asia, and other emerging markets share the spotlight with established Korean acts. Collaborative stages that mix styles, languages, and cultures can elevate the entire show while demonstrating Asia's musical diversity. Nomination panels and juries should reflect regional expertise, balancing global recognition with local insight. Regional spotlights, curated segments that highlight emerging markets, can introduce audiences to fresh talent while maintaining the show's production standards. Streaming data, viral trends, and international reception can guide decisions, ensuring selections are merit-based, not symbolic. Importantly, inclusion must maintain quality. It's not charity, it's investment in the continent's next wave of stars. By doing so, awards reinforce credibility, amplify audience engagement, and position themselves as tastemakers rather than followers. For P-pop and similar movements, this isn't a favor. It's recognition of infrastructure, professionalism, and global readiness. Properly executed inclusion validates markets, energizes fans, and strengthens the award's prestige. It's a blueprint that proves diversity and excellence aren't mutually exclusive. They're mutually reinforcing, setting the stage for a truly Pan-Asian celebration of music. History is unforgiving to institutions that hesitate at pivotal moments. Genres dismissed as niche or markets overlooked as peripheral often later define global culture. Jazz, hip-hop, K-pop itself, early skeptics were proven wrong, and the world remembered who adapted late. For AAA, delaying recognition of P-pop and other rising movements isn't neutral, it's reputational risk. Every viral performance ignored, every sold-out tour not acknowledged, signals to audiences and industry insiders that the award may be out of step with Asia's evolving music ecosystem. The longer the hesitation, the greater the risk of being framed as a gatekeeper rather than a catalyst. Exclusion also carries emotional weight. Fans and artists note patterns of neglect. When global attention moves faster than institutional recognition, awards run the risk of appearing irrelevant, disconnected, or even elitist. The question becomes urgent. Will AAA be remembered for shaping the next wave of Asian pop or for watching it unfold from the sidelines? Waiting too long isn't just missed opportunity, it's a historical verdict. For emerging artists like P-pop, timing is everything. Recognition now defines not just awards, but legacy, influence, and cultural leadership across the continent. The future of Asian pop is not a single sound, a single stage, or a single narrative. It's a mosaic of languages, genres, and identities, each contributing to a richer, more authentic, continent-wide story. Imagine an award stage where P-pop shares the spotlight with K-pop, J-pop, Bollywood hits, and rising South Asian acts, not as an afterthought, but as equals shaping the conversation. This isn't about replacing K-pop, it's about completing the picture. K-pop laid the foundation, but the architecture of Asia's music ecosystem is bigger than one genre, one country, or one fan base. P-pop's rise is inevitable. The creativity, fan engagement, and global momentum are already in motion. The only question is who has the foresight to recognize it first. Awards like Irale have a choice. Continue following trends or lead them, becoming the platform that defines Asia's next musical era. Recognition now doesn't just honor talent. It signals vision, relevance, and leadership in shaping global perceptions of Asian pop culture. For fans, artists, and industry insiders, this is more than an award season. It's a historical turning point. The conversation is happening. The movement is ready. The stage is set. Like, share, and subscribe to join the discussion and witness the next chapter of Asian pop unfold.